This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at the Level Up Gaming Showcase. To my immediate right is Caroline Vani from OCAD University. Welcome to the program, Caroline.
Thank you very much.
Now tell us about your game, Office Joust. How did this come to be?
Well, we wanted to create a game that wasn't necessarily based on a storyline, but where players could create their own stories and memories. And we wanted to make it really, really fun, kind of crazy, so we came up with this idea of an office, the most boring setting you could possibly think of, the most corporate office, and wreak havoc in it.
So how do you wreak havoc in an office?
Well, you can go on your rolly chair in Office Joust and run into cubicles, knock stuff over, go through glass, and of course knock your fellow employees off their chairs.
Now, is any of this game based on reality, or what was your inspiration for making this game happen?
Well, we came up with the idea ourselves, but after we came up with the original idea, we looked on YouTube to see if we could find people actually doing what our game was meant to show. And sure enough, we did find some people going around in their office with a mop or a broom and just jousting each other off their chairs.
So instead of seeking out liability insurance, you decided to make a video game about this, yes?
Absolutely.
So I understand there's an immersive component to this. Tell us about your VR efforts.
So our VR, we worked on the Oculus Rift as well. We had we started off with a component that was online, and we had both an LAN method, and we also have an online component that we're going to implement later so that people over the internet can play. And we also implemented the Oculus Rift in our gameplay, so that was actually relatively easy compared, we thought it was going to be very difficult, and it ended up being right out of the box super easy.
I know for me it was a lot of fun. I mean, I'm swiveling on my chair and I'm worried about getting struck by a broomstick, and it's that much more effective in VR. Are you looking at supporting other solutions above and beyond Oculus eventually? Well,
we haven't considered other options yet, but we are open to other options. Currently, our best option, if we really could do it, would be to have a rolling office chair, stable, and an actual mop where you could pedal yourself and joust in midair.
Sweet. Now, was this coded in Unity?
Yes, it was.
Because it has a Valve feel to it. It almost has and I mean that in a nice way. It's got kind of like that Left 4 Dead graphic sense to it. What was your role in the game development?
Well, I worked on the design of the game, and I also worked on some of the graphics, finding graphics, and creating more graphics for the game. So, when you're on a spree, when you've knocked enough people off their chair without dying, you actually have a title that comes up, whether it's a promotion or an employee of the month or a vice president of the company.
So you mean as you knock people off your chair, you get promoted in the company? Is that what happens?
Exactly. Yep. So
it's hard to keep a job these days, isn't it?
It's a very volatile work environment.
And I take it there's no pay raises with each promotion?
Not necessarily in our game. Only points.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I understand you plan on continuing its development long term? Where do you want to go with this?
We're hoping to implement more modes in our game, maybe create more art and some more 3D assets. Other than that, we're just going to see where the wind takes us and hopefully have a really great functioning game that everyone can enjoy.
Wonderful. Well, I know I had a lot of fun with this game. I wish you great success with it. So this is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV at the Level Up Gaming Showcase. More to come. Thank you for watching.